What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. Now, just days ago, we talked about one of the only what seemed like a positive update in the face of a complete standstill in the Hollywood industry, the fact that Warner Brothers moved Dune until next year, freeing up IMAX theaters a week early, possibly making it so that the Marvels could move up and get released even earlier this year. And by all accounts, it looks as though Marvel Studios still plans on pressing forward, releasing the Marvels regardless of what's going on with the strikes. Now, in the meantime, and coming from multiple sources last night, we are now hearing that the Marvels official runtime is in, making it the shortest MCU film ever. We also got a brand new official synopsis. So we're going to go ahead and talk about the runtime, what the two times offered are. They are very close to each other, what this means for the film being the shortest MCU film, and read through the new official synopsis. It's added some details to the plot that weren't previously included in the synopsis that came out before. We're breaking it all down for the Marvels, brand new official details revealed. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews to the occasional industry insider report and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway. The next one's right around the corner. In fact, we've got 3 left this year alone. Again, all you gotta do is be a sub, leave a comment on this video if you want, stick around at the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so the first update actually came from Cryptic HD Quality. You can follow him over on Twitter at Cryptic4KQual. He's a great source of information, sometimes posting HD stills and even trailer clips before Marvel Studios post them themselves. And this is what he had to say about the runtime for the Marvels after teasing earlier this week that something was up with it. He said, quote, "Since we're posting approximates, I'll post mine. The Marvels is currently sitting at 1 hour and 38 minutes with the credits starting at 1 hour and 33 minutes, essentially making this a 93-minute film, and if not the absolute shortest, one of the shortest MCU movies especially in a time and era where all of them are over 2 hours long, and in some cases, they're 2.5 hours long. Now, another industry insider, and can we get some toast, one who's been rather ubiquitous as of late, weighed in and actually corroborated this, then went on to say all killer, no filler for the Marvels, and that, again, is a good thing. I don't care how long a film is, I want a film to be good, and sometimes you don't need more than 90 minutes to tell a story. Now, if you're one of those people who seems disappointed that this film may be the shortest, don't worry about that. We've actually had another source come out and say the rumored runtime now is 1 hour and 47 minutes, and I think the important thing to remember is that a lot of people are saying that these runtimes aren't final. They're still picture locking the film. This is approximates, and it's going to be somewhere between the 130 and 140 mark, with post-credits included. Now again, I think a short runtime is fine, especially if this film is what can we get some toast calls all killer, no filler. Filler's been a major problem with Marvel Studios, and even some of their longer films have tended to be an editing mess like Ant-Man and the Wasp: QUANTUMANIA and tended to meander. The good sign here is though that all these updates coming out, especially with all the promo to coincide with it, even though studios like Warner Brothers are already preemptively moving Dune to next year to avoid the actors being absent from the actors strike, it looks by all sources indicated here that Marvel Studios is full go with releasing it this year. We're still waiting on an official announcement whether they're going to move it or move it up, but every day that goes by that they're not delaying the film is a day that we get closer to them actually putting it out. Now, as further evidence of this, we actually got the brand new and official film synopsis for the Marvels. We'd had other synopses before, but they weren't official, and this is what it finally reads. Quote, "Carol Danvers, aka Captain Marvel, has reclaimed her identity from the tyrannical Kree and taken revenge on the Supreme Intelligence. However, unintended consequences see her shouldering the burden of a destabilized universe. When her duties send her to an anomalous wormhole linked to a Kree revolutionary, her powers become entangled with 2 other superheroes to form the Marvels." Now, to me, there's actually 2 really interesting phrases in here that not only confirm what's going on with the film that we didn't previously know for sure, but actually tie them together. The first one is what's going on with their power set and being tied to the destabilized universe. Previously, we've seen all 3 of them use their powers with no, well, unintended consequences, meaning as long as they know how to use them. To be fair, Miss Marvel had a pretty rough go of it at the beginning, but since then she was able to use her powers as she learned them during the series, and it wasn't until the end of the TV show that all of a sudden they started switching places. From the way the synopsis reads, it certainly sounds like the destabilization of the universe due to the anomalous wormhole that we now know is Dar-Ben, the one that shows up right outside of the Saber base, right outside of Earth. That's what's causing their powers to interlock in the first place. And while I can't believe I didn't think of this breaking down the previous 2 trailers and reading all the leaks and rumors that have gone into this film, it makes a lot of sense why they have to team up, because until they solve that problem, the only way to make sure one of them isn't transported to where the other is if they're all in the same place and at the same time until this is resolved. Now, from some of the earlier plot leaks and rumors, which I will issue the lightest of spoiler warning for now, if you want to go into the unknown, not known, if you've made it this far, I'll totally be cool with you backing out right now. You can come back and see this after you see the film. We'll still be here. 3, 2, 1. But we've heard that destabilization of the universe might actually lead to an incursion at the end of this film. And again, when this has shown up in different rumors, it's had different details attached, either for a post-credit scene or what's going to happen with Monica Rambeau, even one of them stemming back to late last year. In the articles and interviews that have come out in the last couple of months, and officially, the director Nia DaCosta has admitted to swapping imagery with Iman Vellani, talking about incursions, how they're depicted, how they're drawn in the comics, and that'd be a really interesting subject if this film wasn't leading to one. But since this synopsis that just came out seems to be very specific about how this all ties together, I think the fact that they're interacting with each other has more to do now with the destabilization of the universe than I did before. Basically, as they're approaching an incursion, as the universe starts to wane, they all interact with light. That was proven from the trailer. That's what Monica Rambeau explains their power sets as. As the universe is starting to wane, they're now interacting with each other because they're all interacting with light. Now, ultimately, at the end of this film, I do not expect that an incursion is going to wipe out the 818. But we have heard from Kevin Feige that sometime in the future of the MCU, be it a year or two from now, eventually when the multiverse reaches the point of no repair, we think this might be around Deadpool, that there won't be able to be films and TV shows that take place outside of the consequences of that. Because we know we've got Captain America, Brave New World, the Thunderbolts, films that are rather grounded in front of us, Spider-Man 4, the Daredevil series, I don't think there's going to be a major incursion with the 818. I'm pretty sure they're going to figure out a way to stop that before the end of the film, because we won't be in Battle World just yet. However, I wouldn't be surprised if some of the consequences end up affecting a different part of the multiverse, not R818, but rather a different line somewhere else. And I say this all to come full circle and bring up my major point. I don't care how long a film is. Make it an hour and 20 minutes, make it 2 hours and 30 minutes. There has to be consequences. It has to be a good film. I have been so tired of films and TV shows from Marvel, especially in the last 2 years, getting to the end of it, say like WandaVision, when there could have been huge implications to push a story forward, and just sort of fixing it and wrapping it up with a bow at the end of Ant-Man and the Wasp: QUANTUMANIA. Still yet to be seen how that film truly ended, but we get rid of the big bad that we had to deal with during the film. The ants take care of them, no problem. If the Marvels is going to be short, that's not a problem either, but I want there to be everlasting consequences. I want the story to mean something by the time we get to the end of it. So I'm not as concerned with how long the film is or even being the shortest movie in the MCU. Hey, one of them's got to be the shortest, and 1 hour and 47 minutes, if that report ends up becoming true, is not the shortest film in the world. But if there are no real consequences by the end of this film, if everything is wrapped up with a tight, neat bow, if they defeat Dar-Ben, shut the wormhole, and everybody's okay in the 818, all their powers go back to normal, no problem, then I just have to wonder, when in the world are we actually going to get to the meat of the story? And this meandering, I think, is really starting to cost the fandom in terms of how does this really all tie together. Here is another excellent opportunity where they are teasing things like destabilized universes. Now's the time to go ahead and get to it. And guys, let me know all your thoughts down below, how you feel about the runtime, how you feel about the synopsis, anything else to do with this film. I am all ears as always. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. All right, we are still giving away PlayStation 5s at the channel. We've got at least 3 more to go before the end of the year with the Marvels, Echo, and Loki. If there's another thing released, who knows, perhaps more. If you want to be entered to win or for any of the other giveaways at the channel, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button because you need to be a subscriber, then leave a comment down below. Because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos, the same way we're doing here, live with my voice in the comments shown on screen. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on, and as always, if you like today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. You can find me in a couple of places, Instagram and Twitter at I'mFires. You can also find me on all platforms with original music under the name Allfires, Spotify, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, wherever you listen to original music. And while I sincerely appreciate you checking that out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.